Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. It's a Scorpio full moon, y'all. It's time. Time to pass the baton to your new life. If you're not going through a lot of changes right now, well, consider yourself authentic or a spiritual bypasser, but I don't know. I don't know many spiritual bypassers in the truest sense of the word. I think we're all just trying to numb our griefs. Our griefs. I really want to get back into the joy cycles. So, anyways, let's do. Which deck? You know what? I'm feeling a little dark. Let's do the. Kate Ledez's deck. Kate Ledez is a reader out in New Jersey. She doesn't do like much online, but she is Jersey authentic, that's for sure. Hi, Janet. Nice to see you. Okay, or at least read your comment. Hello. I don't get to see you. 1:30 for, let's start with Taurus. I'm a little hesitant to do these readings. I'll be honest with you. I'm feeling spicy. Might get a little shadow today. It's a good shit show. You don't want to see me when I go shadow, though. I'm worse than Tyler. I'm more angry. Oh, here we go, Taurus. You're right on time, Janet. Happy birthday. Damn it, happy birthday. Soul Latte Tarot. Do I follow you? I will. It's intense out here in these streets. You know? Okay. Whew. Praying for mothers everywhere. And there's some people who died in a fire here in Milwaukee because some old buildings, some landlords get away with not having sprinkler systems. They're grandfathered, and it's just kind of shitty. But the people that live there, even the owner of that building was poor, so it's kind of a, I don't know. Everything's an issue. But 5 people died, and that's an issue. You know? Anyways, I hope your Medicaid stays and you get to keep your child care, and it's a mess. Love you. 424. You hang at Love Fire Tarot. Oh, that's right. I see you in the comments. I'll follow you. I didn't know you had a tarot channel. Okay. Tarot. Right back to it. Let's go. Let's go. It's cloudy out. I needed vitamin D today. Thanks for watching. Okay. Say, Michael, please protect, well, Janet and Taurus. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Taurus's behalf. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Well, I think that Calgon is a good product for you right now in this Taurus energy, and under the Scorpio, under your opposite signs full moon. And it's interesting how good of a job Taurus does with intense energy, because I think that they, as like a personality trait, don't show how intense it is. And so they do a lot of self-care. They extract a lot of youth from Earth, and then they replenish it because they have to make sure that it's sustained for the other Tauruses. I just think that like Taurus has a secret society where they kind of secretly wish that everyone was a Taurus so that we would do things with more beauty and pleasure and luxury. And I find it sweet when Taurus gets stubborn because it's usually really simple. And a lot of people who have a lot of like unhealed wounds will be like, "You're weak. It's weak to be vulnerable. It's better to be stoic." And you know, Taurus is like, "For what?" And then they get bullheaded about certain things. It's like, "Well, don't fuck with my food," or like, "Don't touch my leftovers. My name was on those." You know what I mean? So they just have this week. You're just in your shadow element. So I would suggest, honestly, pigging out or taking a bunch of naps, getting a facial, back massage, you know, doing those nice things that you do for yourself. I know you're going to do it anyways, but like, this is a tarot reading, so I have to look like I'm reading tarot. All right. King of Wands. Is this you or someone else? Well, okay, it's you in certain aspects, Taurus, like environmental health. You're very, I'm getting in my collective a very, like, advocate group for maybe vegan or, preservation. I just read that the last great white rhino died. So that species is extinct now. And I think that the Taurus collective is probably some of the bigger earth protectors. So this has to do with this King of Wands here. The King of Wands, they talk about him being a player. They talk about him being flashy. They talk about him, having the six pack and all that stuff. I mean, in the words of Britney Spears, you want a Maserati? You better work, bitch. Okay? I'm saying. And that's what this energy has given me on your part. You want a hottie body? You better work, bitch. You know what I mean? Taurus, you're also trying to pass something down here. Legacy means something to you. Passing the torch on means something to you. Your life having meaning means something to you. Don't let the nihilists win. That's kind of what this Scorpio full moon is about. I think it's calling out, how do you rebirth? And it might be taking out the people that cause a lot of stalemates or just neutral energies, energies that stay out of it, energies that don't speak their minds, or, we're human and we'd all deserve that certain space. And some of us take up a lot more space than others. And I feel like there's enough going on with Mars energy that Pluto is calling out right now. Pluto is challenging a lot of planets right now because it's square to Taurus planets. So anything that's in Taurus right now, Pluto is challenging those aspects because it's going to be square to the Sun, to Mercury. I don't know what else is in Taurus, but couple planets in Taurus right now. So that square aspect, those are challenges and grief. They're challenges to move forward. And look at you, Taurus, this week, sitting pretty. Okay? These are two very merciful cards from this deck. You might see, like week-wise, like just kind of throwing some reality out there. You might see some incredible sunsets this week, so keep your eyes peeled. Why am I getting that Wu-Tang torture song? There's certain masculine property of Taurus that has a Wu-Tang, they used to, oh, I see what it is. Okay, so the masculine, okay, now I'm getting it. The masculine side of Taurus Um, and you might have this within you, right? This is the side that, like, okay, so Wu-Tang did a song called Torture, and it's like them just talking shit to each other. It's not a song, it's just some beats happening in the background. They're not even rapping, and they're just telling each other like they're gonna hurt each other really bad, and they're talking shit. They're not gonna do it. And um it, to me, in the nature world, like, animals do everything they can before they fight, before they actually lock horns, or you know, they do everything they can to survive before they have to, fight or kill. And Tauruses are of that nature. In the strength card, the Empress is holding the lion's mouth open. So Taurus and Leo have this certain connection. I'm a Leo, so I resonate with Taurus. I have a Chiron in Taurus, but that's the only planet I have in Taurus. So I feel like this energy in the masculine side is this, like, fight or flight. Okay, fake fight. It's like, no, that's transmutation. We're going to do, it's like capoeira. We're going to dance, but it's going to be a martial art. It's going to be a sport. Even sports are like not fighting, as much as we like to make fun of sports and sports fanatics. I feel it's so much better than war. So I feel your energy in the peacemaking here. The feminine side of Taurus and the masculine side of Taurus. Very balanced. The Tower, what's going to, but there's that Scorpio energy. Okay. Taurus, any unhealed masculine feminine dynamic in your world is, I think I prepared you with those first two cards really, really sweetly, because anything in the unhealed masculine and feminine dynamic, a lot going on there. I mean, I went off on a person recently for texting me good morning. I'm like, do you know how loaded that is for women? Like, I don't want you to text me good morning. I really don't, because it's loaded with sexual agenda, and it makes me like not want to talk to you. So don't text me good morning. You don't know me. We're not married. I'm not trying to have a nice day here with you. Okay? Just stick to dating. Let's sexualize it for a minute. Okay? Like, it's that dynamic I'm talking about. I'm feeling that urge to, like, the feminine being, yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, I'm angry because you're not even trying. You know what I mean? Like, it's a rage. And it's a quiet rage too. It's something that's brewing, it's under the surface, and anything under the surface in marriages or relationships, or maybe even with your mom and dad, or you and your mom or your dad, or like anything that's unhealthy in a masculine feminine dynamic, that happened, all the way from Brazil. I love Brazil. I dance a Brazilian dance called Brazilian Zouk. Anyways, there might be a lack of reciprocation and love here, and an unclean house. That, like, it might be, might be your classic, like, woman that's doing it all, taking care of TCB, okay? And then comes home to a dirty house that she also has to clean up after other people. And it's like, there's a brief moment or a window here to take care of just you, Taurus. Okay? Like, don't help. I know you like a clean, organized, beautified environment. I say this a lot in readings, especially like relationship readings. Everyone's like dish tolerance is different. So people have a different idea of how many dishes they can get away with. In fact, my sink is full of dishes right now, and I have a couple cups outside of the sink. I have dry dishes that are clean that I didn't put away. I'll be honest. Okay. My dish tolerance, I live alone. So my dish tolerance is, I know it's way off people's charts, right? But like, I do that because I can. And you can do this. What are we learning from this tower? Like, I don't want to just leave it out there as High Priestess reversed. I think you knew this, whatever happened, whatever explosion happened here, there's an explosion or a fight, or there will be in the next 2 weeks, you know. Whatever happens here, it's exposing the mess. It's exposing the non-reciprocation. This is like Archie Bunker and Edith finally like fucking losing it. Okay. Like you just wish that she would just murder him in his sleep some night. Some of the episodes you're just like, what a piece of shit. And like, she's so kind and funny and annoying. It's annoyingly sweet. Her voice is annoying. You know what I mean? This is kind of dynamic I'm getting. Like, they want you to be a 50s housewife, whether you're male or female. Because Taurus men tend to have, you know, a lot of the feminine cast upon them because they are very feminine. And they act in non-violent ways. And anyways, what about this energy are we learning? I'm going to give you extra. It's your birthday. Let's give you some extra. We don't want all this shadow right now. Let's do it. They said it's all in the self-care and the dance, the presentation. You know, the art. The ways to fight back are nonviolent. Okay. I will say, if you're the things to learn is if you're having a bad day, Taurus, go outside. Okay? Even if it's cloudy, raining, just go outside. Change your environment. Open a window. Light a candle. You know? Take it easy. Okay? Breathing is good. They don't want you to put your head in the sand, Taurus. The whole reason this escalated to this point is because you were ignoring it, thinking, oh, they'll do better, they'll fix it. No, they're not going to fix it. No, it's not better. So you go. You leave. However you have to leave. Okay? This spot is reserved. Look at Kate sitting there looking all cute with her booty out. This spot is reserved for someone who reciprocates. Okay? So take away your cleaning service, take it away from them. Do it for yourself and try to see how very little they reciprocate. How very thoughtful you are. And receiving is also really difficult. Really difficult. And to call, you know, you're not a nag. To call out a situation and say, I deserve to be reciprocated. I'm so thoughtful towards you. I cook for you. I do your laundry or whatever you do for someone else. If you take care of their plants or their animals or their children or whatever, it's thoughtful. It's out of you don't have to most of the time. Okay? So it's hard for you to let that go, but you might have to do that in moments, right? Moments. I'm not talking about be bitter or angry for years. I'm just saying, take a breath. That Taurus anger is really hard. There you are, King of Pentacles. Hey. This energy, Eight of Pentacles, working on yourself, moisturized, as my friend Mojo would say, right? Working on yourself, feeling rambunctious, you know, giving it your all, Taurus. that energy, that is like, you would never want to be a Leo. You know what I mean? Or a fire sign. You'd be like, God, that's so fucking, so much. It's so much. Oh my gosh. It's hard to be a fire sign. I'm a fire sign. You use that fire as fuel in the feminine, because you're a Venus sign, right? So you say no thank you, and you sit and you wait and you wonder. When you sit and you wait and you wonder for another day, Taurus, stop smoking. If you smoke, stop smoking. Quit smoking. That'll be the first thing to show your self-love. But like this, look at you. The King of Pentacles. What is this about? The Eye of Ra is a masculine sun god. Okay. So we're all essentially, I don't care what religion you are, okay, like especially Christianity, it pulls everything from astrology, almost. All of its symbols are pagan and originate in, almost everything they do is pagan. And everything originates from Egyptian culture, right? Moisturize. Mojo should trademark that. It's funny. Yeah. So anyways, what I'm saying, the original culture that we can reference probably that has written history is maybe the Egyptians, right? And they had, well, first of all, they had paid leave for men. Men, even slaves at the time, could take care of their wives. They had time off for their babies. They were allowed to grieve the loss of their parents and family. And we are in a society that no longer respects or cherishes even basic humanity. So that's where you are. You're feeling strongly about it too. You feel like we don't even value people. So you're bringing that party. You're like, we're going to celebrate this birth. We're going to celebrate this graduation. We're going to mourn our losses. Have a proper funeral. We bury our dead. That's what we do. That's proper. I think it's one of the few. There's not a lot of things that the whole world does, but burying the dead is one of them. And at this point, I think, most animals have surpassed humans on as far as like a higher consciousness. And I think it's time for people to stop being happy. Like, you can be, how they say you can be happy or you can be right. I think being right makes you happy. And if more people chose being right, they would be able to sit on this throne. And if more people chose being right about stuff, which is always about Earth, to be honest, like every single person has an interest in oxygen, in water, in food, okay? So being right is taking care of that, and we are not doing that. So like, that. And I feel like you standing and being right about things is a good quality, Taurus. Go ahead and die on that hill of being right, because you are right if this is you, okay? You are right. You are right to even leave this, or maybe you're divorced, or maybe it's announcing what we're getting divorced, or whatever, or we're breaking up, or whatever. It could have just been a fight, it doesn't have to be, it depends on how zen you are, it doesn't have to be the craziest thing in the world. But like, I do show the Taurus energy is, I'm strong and fiery and passionate about my self-care and my home and my body and my temple and the temples and the environment surrounding me. And that, when you deviate from that, you gotta go. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm not gonna pretend anymore. I'm not a, I'm gonna hide the hiding card, and we're gonna do a Four of Cups. See you later. Might take a little quick vacation, indulge a little bit in the wonder and the beauty of Earth, and then sit on this throne. And who knows? This could be you and your person, two kings. Right now, I think everybody's kind of going into their masculine, to be honest. Like, it's very difficult to be in your feminine energy. It's a high price. There's a lot at stake. So, Taurus, happy birthday. Congratulations on your work. This is sincere work. Sometimes I call you out in readings as like, yeah, this is brewing. I'm letting you know. You're acting like nothing's happened. Everything is fine. Nothing is fine. Okay? Now you know. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. So sweet. Okay, that was a long one. I don't plan on doing it like that for all the signs, but maybe. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe. Want to leave me a little tip? Maybe a private reading? That was a good one. I mean, they're all good, but that was a really good one. That was like, Ali, Christina level. Let's go. Okay? I'm a really good reader. Gemini. If you want to book a private, tarotdamore.com. If you want to... Is Mojo here? No, it's Janet. Me and Janet made a Mojo reference, Lisa. She's like, oh, I figure. He always shows up for Gemini. That's why I'm like delaying. I'm like, where's Mojo? All right, 26:51. That was a 25-minute reading. Woo. All right. I also have my Venmo up in my description if you want to show me a little love. I love being a tipped employee of the universe. Okay, Gemini. I also have Instagram, a little lighter version of, this week's wasn't very light. This Scorpio full moon stuff is intense, so yeah, I'm not gonna hide it. I can't deny that this is all happening, but also there's a lot of good stuff happening under it, and I think that there's some changes that are going on in the world that are actually pretty good indicators that we might be headed towards more peace. I hope so, because I'm not going to talk about it ad nauseum here. Let's go. Gemini, how is your Scorpio full moon for Gemini? I'm just going to pull energy, see what happens, maybe clarify it. Hopefully it helps you. Gemini. I got a lot of Geminis right now. Lots of Geminis. Okay, let's see. Let's see about it. Saint Michael, please protect Gemini. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Gemini's behalf. Okay, we have the Four of Cups reverse. Interesting, that came out upright in Taurus's reading. I feel like you'd rather stay home and work on, your world right now. You're not really accepting invites maybe, or you're not an easy sale right now. The people can't sell you anything. You're not in the market for much. You're very maybe neutral or zen feeling, because you just want to keep your peace, but now I'm sensing an undertone of like avoidance. Eight of Pentacles reverse, right? Because there's something that you're not taking care of. So it's interesting that I did, you all saw me shuffle, right? Because I just got these two cards in the Taurus reading. It's like they're both coming out in a different way now. So it's like you're blocking your self-work in this avoidance, in this, I love you, Gemini, I don't want you to do this, but in this hyper focus on your home or yourself or your family or whatever's in your immediate environment, you've really done a number on having to work on yourself, or maybe you need to go back to school, or maybe you have something bigger that you're meant to be doing and you're not looking at it. And Scorpio full moon's going to be dragging this out of you and you don't like it. Ace of Cups reversed. You don't like it. Hi, Yellow Rose. Dating a Cancer. Rather stay home, catch up on sleep, and meditate. Aw, thanks, Yellow Rose. So, Cancer. Maybe you have this is interesting that you said that, because maybe you have I'm hearing like some kind of, maybe there's a Cancer in your life that tries to cry to you about stuff. Or somebody with Cancer energy that tries to, I don't do that like in their chart crap because I'll never be wrong, you know, like I do, like it's a prominent Cancer position here. It's probably, you know, sun or moon or rising. This person tries to coax you into their emotional manipulation with their crybaby stories. And it's actually bringing you down. You're not looking at it. If you're giving this person mercy or attention, this is not someone who deserves your grace, Gemini. Yeah, but they're a soulmate. This might be your own parents, because maybe you really can't stand how your parents handle things or how they talk to your kids, or you know, how they treated you or what they did. And there's a certain element here that's like, yeah, but they're my parents. Or yeah, but this is my spouse that you're talking about, Grace. Well, I'm not sorry. I mean, this is Gemini full, or Gemini under the Scorpio full moon, you know? I think this is a poisonous snake in here. What do you think? Those colors scream warning, huh? You gonna bite that apple? I don't think you are. I think you're trying to stay really good. This is somebody who's like, also, it seems like someone who's really sexually tempted. That's like, don't touch them. I'm not gonna do it. You're like trying to resist something very tempting or lusty. But that's a different aspect of the energy. For the general energy, I'm sensing more of a person who's, you know, telling you a sob story, vulnerably manipulating you. And the only reason is because you're too busy right now, or you're too focused on whatever right now, and meanwhile you're getting taken advantage of because you can't afford, like they might be taking advantage of you because you can't afford it and you have to work all the time, or they might be taking advantage of you because you don't have enough resources, or simply because you're not taking care of yourself. But there's a missing energy here for you, Gemini, that other people, you're having a space for people that are perfectly capable of doing it for themselves, that should be contributing, but yet they're emotionally manipulating you. And maybe you even know their game and you're just like, I don't have time for this shit. I'm just gonna take whatever I can get at this point, emotionally speaking, and just move on. You know, or I don't know them yet. I shouldn't date right now. Like it's like a temptation, but you're not gonna do it. Okay. Okay. No okay. N-O-K. No okay. No okay. I'm no okay. So like if people ask you, Gemini, how you're doing, you say, I'm no okay. Meaning I'm not okay. This is for a Gemini that's holding on to whatever they got. And that's not a lot, because they got a lot of bad memories. They got a lot of childhood trauma. They got a lot of shadow work. They got a lot of family fighting. There's a lot of injustice in the world that they're not paying attention to. This is a fence riding, like neutral position on shit to spiritually bypass it, or you know what I mean? And it's causing you to lose inclusion in the community. Like, I feel like someone here, either you or who you're working with, owes more to the love space. And what I mean by love is not what you're here to talk about. You know, maybe like what I mean by love is like, you know, did you help your elderly neighbor carry in their groceries? Are you buying flowers for your bestie? Did you, you know, like, is there love around you? And I just feel like you're not feeling reciprocated on the love that you've extended. I feel that your family is maybe falling apart, angry, breaking up, and you're not, maybe there's a divorce here, but maybe you're just not, you're just clinging on to, like, holding on to hope. You're still in there, Gemini. You got a lot of love in you, and I'm sensing that, like, you understand what's going on right now. Don't know what you got till it's gone. What's the lesson? What's the learning? This is tough. This is a tough energy. This is intense. It's a Scorpio full moon. It's going to be intense. You know, they're giving us like no other changes for a while. There's like some very minor things coming for the rest of May. And I know, like, I was watching Baba Jolie here, and she was saying that it's seemingly great because all the planets are direct, and you know, and then that Pluto went retrograde, and now it's going to be retrograde for a while, and it's just like, yeah, but let me remind you, human race, of all the grief, okay, of all the injustice, of everything. And then Scorpio full moon's like, yeah, let me help. Oh goodness. $100. He has to deal with karma. That's his personal journey. HR is almost done with the karma, but it's not my issue. Son and boyfriend are very absorbed. Aww. Are they Geminis? Okay. Gemini, I see you. I see you. You have a grand master plan here. You're unavailable right now. Your energy is limited, hard to reach, out of touch, maybe. Not, you don't care. You're dropping the facade. You're going into a really Zen-like energy of neutrality. In some of you in a healed energy, some of you in a blocking or spirituality, like void, spiritual bypass. But then there's this truth about it that I think both of those Gemini twins know, I gotta move. I gotta get out of it. We gotta get out of this place. It's the last thing we ever do. You're gonna move. You gotta move. I think that's what's on your mind is like, I gotta move. I gotta buy a house. I gotta move from where I am. I can't be here anymore. It's like a surrender. 222. 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles reverse. Drop the mic, the Fiend card. Yeah, your final call is asking for help. Great. Ask for help. That's how you end all this struggle. Simple. Ask for help. Who are your real friends? Okay? You're not some endless source of magic, Gemini. sometimes they take away everything to show you what you are first, you know? So you can rebuild. And as I say that, rebuild is like, maybe right now you're at the ruins of your ego, looking around, ground zero at my ego. Okay, what's left? I have no idea. I'm still here. Is this it, Santa Marta? If you're there, I mean, hi, I'm ready. Beam me up. You know, like you're on this, like maybe this level, but you're still in it. You know, your life is still in it. You got a lot of life here. And this is the Scorpio full moon energy. So this is your irrational energy. This is your emotional energy. Your feminine. And I show you knowing what to do, knowing what you need. We got to get out of this place. We got to go somewhere else. It's too much. But then not being able to do it. So, starting it. Making a decision. Gemini. Over here, indecisive. Over here, listening to whiners. Over here, unable. Over here, I can't. This is like, since I can't, maybe someone else can. What are your ideas? Let's go. I got to do this. I'm not paying attention to anything or anyone that doesn't help me. Great. And finalizing your divorce, finalizing the breakup, finalizing that person that was spoiled by you, draining your energy, draining your resources, draining your money. Stop spending on them. This might be a child who's too old to live with you. Okay? They should be out on their own. You might need to kick someone out of your house. They don't replenish what they take all your fruit snacks and they don't put them back. Gemini. All right. This is also might be sober. You might be sobering. So this is not fun. Okay? Being sober sucks. It sucks. I hate it. I hate that for anybody. But we can't be ignoring. Okay? So that's just for anybody who's going through that. I feel you. Solidarity. Ask for help. Be with your friends. Okay? And have that friend time be productive, good time. In addition to fun. Okay? Fun. Drop that mic. You're going to figure it out. Okay? All this stuff, you're going to figure it out and you're going to be okay. All right, Gemini? Love you. All right. From your little sister. Cancer. What's all this? Boyfriend has Gemini in his chart. Son is a Virgo. Yeah, Virgo and Gemini readings can be kind of, similar because they're ruled by Mercury. Yeah. I'm going to sleep or they need to help me. Yeah, I mean, that's just, I guess I'm not much of a tarot reader, huh? That's just energy of being a femme. 70-something hours, done to 62, new schedule. Okay. Well, I mean, wherever Gemini is in your chart, I hope that helped you. Maybe you're just resonating with everything. It all has meaning. 43, 41. I really don't like when people shut down. I think that's a dismissive tactic to shut people down with like, it doesn't have to mean anything. I'm like, everything has meaning. I don't know. I just always feel like it has meaning. All right. Leo, no. I screwed that up yesterday. Sorry. Cancer. Thanks for the likes and the watching. Appreciate y'all. Okay. Cancer. Scorpio full moon energy for Cancer. It's a little intense, guys and gals, friends, my NBs, my little non-binary babies. Love you too. Love you too. Okay, you're still remembered. Cancer. All right, Cancer. Your weekly energy on the IG was pretty wild. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to this one. I might have to sage again. But we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Ah, I care about you, Yellow. Thank you, babe. Baby. If you want to tip me, I'm open to it. Your friendly neighborhood energy worker. This is my full-time job, you know. Don't make me have to drive my car around town and deliver, you know, to people who are like wildly ungrateful sometimes. Actually, most of the time I enjoy delivery, but sometimes it's just, you know. Sometimes I just don't want to sit in traffic and be killing the planet and stuff. Anyways. I'm real complaining today, huh? Saint Michael, please protect Cancer. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Cancer's behalf. All right. Cancer. Knight of Cups reversed. Four of Cups reversed. You and Gemini, huh? Okay. Maybe you're getting along with Gemini. Maybe you're the one complaining to the Gemini, huh? Because they have this Ace of Cups reversed in their ear. Not sure. But anyways. Really similar to Gemini's reading, except for it's the person who's talking so much about feeling this energy that Gemini is feeling. And I think that Gemini was listening to this character because they are in the same feeling. And the Cancer is describing the feeling, and the Gemini energy was like, yeah, I wasn't just able, like, this is new. I wasn't quite sure what this feeling was. So thank you for saying it. Can you go now? Cancer, are you being dismissed? When Cancer gets their alarms, I try to listen. Because they're usually right. It's just that they're ahead of their time. And Cancers can be like a strange prophet. Like other Cancers might be, like, you need a support group. I think all of the signs need a support group. I have a Leo support group. Let me know if you want to be in my support groups on Messenger. They wanted me to shuffle these again, I guess. I just picked them up and started doing it, so okay. Kindness is not going to be the way this time. The Scorpio full moon is like, you're pretty much over kindness, Cancer, inside. You might be giving someone a piece of your mind. Yeah? Okay. I heard they get what they pay for. Okay. Emotionally, you're learning how to let it go, how to breathe. You got what you wanted, Cancer. You got what you wanted emotionally out of the situation. You felt you did the right thing. You see the world in a different way. But you're the kind of crazy fucker that would have a face tattoo. So people, you know, for me, looking at this, they don't want to work with you because you're not into, and it's not conforming. It's like being a nonconformist for attention. You have a face tattoo. What do you think that's going to do to people? Do you think that they're going to be like, oh, yeah, this one's a real community spirit. She or he is, they're a messenger of God. I'm going to listen to them. And no, it takes away your credibility, but you're okay with it. You don't care. That's what I show this Scorpio full moon doing for you. Full expression. You don't care. Even full expression of the law. Like you might be someone who works in law somewhere, law enforcement, legal, contracts, HR. You might have laws around you that you're like, no, these are the laws. You might be a protester. You might be somebody who feels good about what you're doing to make it right for other people. Standing up for yourself. What I show is whatever the Scorpio full moon like triggered inside of you was very like you had a little renaissance of, oh, that's my early 20s talking. Oh my God, my inner teenager. That's, you know, okay, I'm going to forgive myself. Let it go. Hello, therapist. Like your therapist or your psychiatrist might come through for you and say, no, you need to forgive yourself for doing that. Okay. You're human. And then you're like, well, I just can't work like this. I can't work with you people. It's like it's a very colicky baby here. There's a very like you can't do anything right. And Cancer, I'm showing that there's a side of you that feels good in it. Because there's something that you can't quite articulate properly to people. But the way you're coming off to people is very, very like aggressive or mean, or I don't know what it is. It's like you're disturbing them, right? Unreciprocated energy. This is when you're not listening. When they're not listening to you. We got whiskey balanced out with a glass of milk here. So it's like if you're sober and they're drunk, I mean, you can't argue with a drunk person. Don't care how much you love them, right? Five of Swords reverse, High Priestess. You know what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking. That's exactly the energy that I just said. Five of Swords reverse, High Priestess. You cannot argue with a drunk person. They are in their subconscious energy, yet they are new to it. They're like, I don't know what to do with this. Put me back in. Let me go back in the womb. I don't want to come out. I don't like this sobriety shit. It's not, this is for the birds. And you're like, I know. I've been here. This might be you being like, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be drinking. It could be whatever. It could be just a bad mood. You could be talking about something very small. Sugar. What you eat for breakfast. I don't know. But it's something that's like, you've been doing right, proper for a long, long, long time. You've been saying about it for a long, long, long time. And finally you lost your shit in a way. I don't know how harsh it was or how big it was. But you finally said something. And you feel pretty justified in what you did. Because you've been walking the walk. Talking the talk, but walking the fucking walk. And you feel inside, this is what you're meant to do. Here's your card. High Priestess is here. Angry feminine. The Priestess Kali, she devours men's heads. I mean, she does not play it. Like she is a literal man-eater. So that might be you. Might be going through a phase. The Sun reversed, the World, the Tower reversed. Yeah. The suggestion here to settle all this and to go into an emotionally soothing state, I'm hearing like water trickling and flowing, okay? You don't have enough sunshine, so you need to travel. You're not outside enough, so you need to travel. Maybe you might need your Scorpio, like, confidant, your best friend. Maybe you might need your Leo, any of your fixed signs. You might need your Aquarius. You might need your Taurus. You might need to make it right. if you did this to somebody? But what you're realizing is like, whatever this was, it was a mistake. Okay? Yeah. It needs to be communicated. 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Whatever this was that happened, it was a mistake. You might have made the mistake. It might have been a mistake against you. Either way, forgiveness was found for yourself or for others. And there needs to be something that happens that makes it right. And that's kind of what the universe is asking from you. Be the bigger person. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. They don't know what they're doing sometimes. And sometimes you don't know what you're doing. It's okay. All right. That's kind of like the Scorpio parenting. You know, if the moon is gonna, if your mother was a Scorpio or you have a Scorpio moon, it's kind of like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You gotta be okay with dying though, because we're all gonna, and it's gonna be okay. It's always been okay, you know? Thanks, Lisa. Thank you, honey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always, always. All right. I'm on one today, huh? Here we go. This is for Leo, 5632. Okay. Leo. Leo. Not so much like a predictive energy today, huh? But it's at the same time, it's like, nah, you called it. This is like going into the past, illuminating, and then suggestions for what we should, how we can change it, you know. That's the whole point of a Scorpio full moon. Let's do it for Leo. Scorpio full moon for Leo. Saint Michael, please protect Leo. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Leo's behalf. Okay. 6 of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Swords. Ace of Swords. Wow. Big dose of truth here. Big talking. A lot of people, I'm hearing a lot of stuff right now. I'm getting, okay, this is for me personally, but I need a vision exam. But this is also about like, Leo, you might really be not seeing something about the way people talk to you. And the media and everybody's talking at you. Everybody's talking at me, right? And it's funny because I'm also getting the Knights of the Round Table, and that you, Leo, are the one that can pull the sword of truth. That you were destined for something. I'm not trying to be egoic with this. I think that you were given a lot of situations in your life where they stole your ideas. They used everything that you said against you, and then they went and made money from it even. Like you had very little support here, and then you were expected to just keep being a yes person, a yes ma'am, or a yes sir person. And that was like you were some kind of soldier for whatever corporate entity you worked for, whatever, even if it was a school or a yoga studio or It doesn't matter. That you were just this drone. And they were trying to keep you as that drone because they don't want you to have this gold. Leo. They don't want you to have that. The laurel and the crown. This is it. The truth is, it's your birthright. Birthright is such a weird story in the Bible or anywhere, really. There's a lot of lore and truth to birthright. And it's reminding me of, I forget who the king is in the Bible that was, is it Jacob? It might be, because I've been getting a lot of that name in my life. But it's reminding me of the king who was not the eldest child. So it's like you're getting the birthright. You know the truth. You're going to be honest with it and do good with this. It's like a legacy or a financial abundance or a reward or some kind of recognition or all of it. I'll take all of it, I guess. The Strength card, look at you, because you're the only one strong enough to do it. Leo, you're a true leader, and if they don't know that about you now, they will never know you. Look at, she's wearing a tube top. Me too. Hi, Ann Williams. I'm on Leo. The Justice card and the Strength card are often intertwined, and that's Leo or Libra. I was born with 4 planets in Libra, 3 planets in Libra in Leo. Okay, three key aspects in Leo. So this card for me is like a lot. Strength card is a lot. Justice card is a lot. They're interchangeable, but I don't think they're interchangeable at all. Leo is the glorified gladiator, the soldier that goes to the front lines and fucking, you know. They're not the leader sometimes that you think. They're not always in the position of a throne. They're sometimes the soldier. And I feel this in this reading, Leo. You've been the soldier. You did it with a just and noble purpose. Especially, I would say, in the LGBTQ, some of you are large advocates. And then you did it with style and grace, like you did it with, like you still look good. You fought a true fight, and they're trying now to give you your comeuppance, right? The two of cups. Here's the love card, Leo. Maybe you need a good husband or wife to take care of you for a while. You've been so strong. Maybe that's your birthright. Maybe you're seeing the living room as your throne, right? Like maybe you're sipping on Sauza in the Bahamas because you're like, I'm good on this shit. You guys can keep talking at me. I'll just go wave the truth around some more, and then here we go. We got people, and they didn't say as in love in particular, but we got people stepping up to meet you where you're at. You're going to see more people, Leo, coming into your energy that are like, no, Leo, you were right the whole time. Or no, Leo, you did a good job. You show us who you are, and then you fucking back it up. And we like that. Leo, some of you might be going into healthcare or forming your own health practices, wellness, behavioral sciences, okay? Sometimes tarot is a behavioral science, for me anyways. There is science that backs tarot. Maybe that's your calling, maybe that's my calling. But don't forget to add a little fun. See, this cocktail has a cherry in it. This is a raw love too. Like these are people that are finally worn down to a point where you've been a million times. And they're finally seeing it from your perspective. Remember, the Leos that get outcasted are usually outliers because they're going through something. But then when people reach that spot, now it's like, and for you, Leo, your heart is so big that you're like, I mean, it's not too late. You know what I mean? Like, it's not too late. You can, I mean, thanks for joining us. I've been here. Thanks for waking up. This isn't my work. This is the star seeds. Like, star seeds have been awakening since 2012. I didn't wake up till 2016. My star seed awakening wasn't until Prince died. So, like, the awakening process is a lot. And some people come to you for that. And you already know about it. Whatever the process is that people are coming to you about, you already know about it. You've already lived it. Knight of Coins reversed. Yeah, to you, Leo, it was never about the money. It was never about the money. And you're going to be going into business mindset again. Vulnerably speaking. You're going to be getting back to business. If it doesn't embody the truth, then I don't want a part of it. And if it doesn't benefit me and my future, then I don't want to know about it. Leave me out of it. Stop spreading your lies. You might be chosen to do something like acting or something that you're not fully qualified for. Be vulnerable with it and be like, I'm a beginner. I don't know about it, you know? Start over. This is an invite for you to start over. This is you trying to go out there and start over again. Don't cry over spilled milk, okay? Don't resist fights. Like just leave people that are not productive. Leave them. Don't fight with them. Don't give them energy. They don't deserve your energy. Don't even start. Okay? Fight with the ones who deserve you if you're going to fight. Okay? Fighting is a sign that you care. Fighting is love. You're learning about what you in the past thought was so good, so great, so wonderful. You're learning that those aren't always the way you were framing those things was because it's what you knew, and they weren't things that you really found to be very good memories. It's not cute, I heard. What are we learning here? Leo, you've been in a round, like in a, yeah, that's it. There it is. Bye. I get it. Like, you've been through the most here. But you've been in an energy of like, I don't want the money anymore. It's not about the money. It's about you having the resources and the rest. It's time to step out of that. I think, Leo, you've taken enough time to move forward. It's time to re-up, refuel, re-energize. It's time. The planets are aligned in your favor. What are you going to do with this time? Okay? They are now going to be showing that you're right. There you go. There's your energy, Leo. That's you coming back. They want you to be that sexy, wild, strong, truthful, loving, noble, magnetic creature that you are, and to understand that you have choices, especially in love. You can have whatever you want. We could do whatever we like. Okay? Yes. You're going to go on a little vacation, Leo. Maybe it's going to be a permanent vacation. Maybe your life is going to be a retiring of sorts. Okay? It's bringing it in for you. A getaway. You're ready. Travel will make you see things from a different perspective. They want you to go. Okay? They want you to turn down the volume and go. There's a lot of talk at you. There's a lot of people talking at you. They want you to revitalize and find your inner strength again, because it's time. You are being called forward, Leo, because we need you. You are vital. You are important. I know there's a lot of Leos. I watch a lot of readers, and I watch Leo readings because I'm a Leo. But like, there's a lot, and I don't always like say that everybody needs to listen to every reader. No, I'm kind of on there doing research too. Like the comments and the Leos in the comments, I'm like, yeah, man, I get it, but dude, come on. There's also this like amazingness to you. Let's go. Wake up. Come on. Come on. Get out of bed, sleepyhead. Let's go. So it's a thing where you don't want people, you don't want the wrong energies like telling you what to do or making you feel ways or saying things to you. You might be one that's receiving so much information, so then you overtalk. There's a lot going on in that reading. But that's the Leos in the comments that I see sometimes are so hurting. And it's like, all right, what are you going to keep doing with that? Like, are you going to tell your story in a different way? Are you going to move forward from that and tell a different story? Or are you going to continue to complain the rest of your life? Good luck. Don't be one of them, Leos. Okay? 7337 for Virgo. Virgo. Hi, Virgo. We're on one today. It's the Scorpio full moon. I'm telling you what, it's intense. Lots of likes, though. I think people are like, we need tarot right now. Yeah. Coming at me. tarotdamore.com. Book a private. My Venmo is in the description box if you want to tip me. I'm a tipped employee of the universe. Help me out. All right. Virgo. Woo! Just a little invisible shuffle. Little invisible music shuffle. Dance. Invisible music shuffle dance? Inaudible music shuffle dance? What is it? Not sure. Not sure. Hey. Okay. St. Michael, please protect Virgo. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Virgo's behalf. All right. 2 of Wansies. Oh, a spectator, are we? I'm getting a high society Virgo watching the shit show, not doing anything about it, but seeing it all. Seeing the beauty of the world, but then also being of a maybe upper class or higher social class, maybe, that gets to do more stuff. You also might be a person who works in this, like trying to, help people educate in the arts or travel, like helping people travel or educating people on what's going on in the Sahara. Why wildfires start. And you're also keeping it real luxe. Pleasure. Yeah, you've been very protective of that. King of Swords. King of Swords has been coming out for lots of signs. Very protective of that. You're like, I'm not letting that go. I'm gonna be a rich bitch. I think that I'm gonna give you a little message here that wealth and being rich or having nice things is what you make of it. So maybe you're so educated now that you can make something of your own. Like, what if you made your own thread and then you made your own shirt out of it, kind of thing. You might be really scrutinizing or reading about class cultures or gender war or just all kinds of brutality against each other, and then you're sitting really pretty, kind of like, I think you're like negotiating a master plan of what you want it to look like. Yeah, the nine of Cups is here. This could be you ignoring it. You know how you ignore it? You watch like red carpet still, and you don't dispute the arrogance of glamour and high fashion, and not high fashion, but costly things. That you're above it. That you deserve this. There's some Virgos out there that are doing that. There's other Virgos who are having a party because they're well learned on how the world works and they want people to still feel good, and that luxury is for everybody, and that we can make that happen sustainably. I'm getting 2 kinds of Virgos. Hermit, there you are. There's a Virgo. Hey. This probably sucks. I do show the Pisces in the North Node, Virgo South Node, okay? Your sign being in the South Node, you're probably going to go into your Hermit energy, right? It's easier to hide out. This is a spiritual bypasser, folks. This is also somebody who doesn't apologize for that. I want to swing from the chandeliers, from the chandeliers. Somebody might have a drinking problem and think they're not doing anyone any harm because they're not driving or something like that. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Aha, there it is. Yes, dear. Some of you are married and your emperor supports you. Yes, dear. all of this life that you're living is very in the balance. Yes, dear. I just keep hearing it. There's someone who can't sleep at night over you. No, this is for a different Virgo. I'm hearing like a Virgo. I mean, I'm there's a Virgo who's very comfortable living their best life. I earned this, but you don't share it. And occasionally you share it by having a party that gets you more glory. Yes, dear. And then that makes you edgy or restless and makes you uncomfortable. It should. Absolutely. But at the same time, good for you. And, you know, like, live your good life. I'm happy for you too. I'm really praying that there's an awareness here that's coming into your energy. Okay, I think that you know secretly that this is not sustainable, or that you're harming people or the planet, or, you know, there's something in you that wants to do better. Maybe that's why there's another Virgo who's reading up or is very well read up and is like, spiritually they're changing. And so maybe that yes dear is like a yes dear, like a I'm cheering for you. This is why you can't sleep. Let's go to the opera, but also let's buy a ticket for our neighbor. Or like, you know, it's like sharing. You may come from poverty and that's why you think you have a right to it. You talk a lot about maybe America and how that's the American dream, coming from nothing. You have a lot of bad memories from childhood that made you this way. Maybe a mother that was harsh. I told you you shouldn't, you don't have access. Maybe this is really hard for you. This could be an ex-wife. You're trying to manifest moving on from that. I'm bigger than that now. Okay. I'm bigger than that now. Maybe you are an ex-wife and you're trying to move on from that stigma. Maybe you got, maybe you inherited the house and the car and the estate and you're not sorry about it. You know? And that you've made that happen for yourself. Like maybe you're self-made and you're not sorry about it. And if people just exercised a little bit of discipline, they could be sitting pretty like you. So there's a certain unrest here within your success. And I show either way, very successful monetarily or financially or, resource-wise, or their husband does well or whatever. Virgo. But I also show this unrest. You can't take everybody with you type of energy. You're dying to reach out to somebody. You might really miss somebody, but you have to move on. That's what I got for you, Virgo. All right. Don't know who that's applying to, but okay. Libra 8404. After this, I need a snack. Thanks for watching. Okay. Libra. That reading wasn't my favorite. Honestly. Like, why can't I just cheer for you? Because it doesn't feel right now. I don't know. I really want to be like, yeah, go Virgo. Like, I feel a certain complacency within that success. So I don't know. Who am I? You know, don't listen. Probably what you're not doing anyways. Let's do Libra. Black smoke coming at me, huh? That wasn't burning. There we go. Clean the air. Antibacterial. All right. The world's first air freshener. Smoke. Take a smoke bath sometimes, you know? All right. And clean your deck. Okay. I feel a lot more peaceful. Okay. Libra. Just kidding, now we're starting. Libra. Whee. Libra. Libra. How is your Scorpio full moon? What's going on for Libra in the Scorpio full moon energy? Flower moon. Okay. St. Michael, please protect Libra. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Libra's behalf. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands reversed. The Queen of Swords. There you are, Libra. You're not talking about it. You're a ninja. I heard someone told me a story about ninjas and why I feel like there was a war, and that ninjas happened because they were so fast to disarm. Oh, my friend who takes martial arts class. Ninpo, I think he takes. I forget what it was called, but he told me about, I'm really butchering this, but he told me about ninjas being a really cool thing because they take away weapons. Like, that's their goal. That's why I think we like Batman, because he's like non-violent, but he still gets the job done. It's like he doesn't kill. I love that about Batman. I think that's like you. Like, you're non-violent here. You're about business and you're not talking about it. You're very like discreet with your business dealings, and you're really going to be pearls. She's got pearls on her badge here surrounding an eye of truth. So the pearls they take time to form. Pearls take a long time to form. Even freshwater pearls that are fake, quote unquote. I mean, because what is fake? It's a real thing. I don't know. But more valued, I would say, is the pearl from a clam. It takes more time, right? So you're valuing your time. This thing's taking time, and you've got your eye on the future here. You're working with somebody whose money isn't right, who can't pay you, and it's getting worse. They're not going to pay their debts. They're not on their money journey right now. They're not handling it, or they can't get a loan, or they can't, there's something that they say maybe to you that you're aware of. Maybe you're trying to collaborate or work with this person. You might meditate on that, Libra. Who is the person in your life that you should not be working with because they can't pay? Do not loan this person money, in other words. Do not listen to what they're selling you. You might be, you could be traveling with this person. They can't afford nothing. It's not fun to travel with a person who can't afford nothing. Okay? It's like that kind of stuff. Okay? Knowing when to say when is a big one. So some of you, moderation is going to be your big deal here. And you're actually, you might be going on a little vacation into like a vineyard or a tour, a winery tour, or just a tour of like where they make alcohol. But understand that piss and vinegar is part of being patient. So you have to have something inside of you there. There are angels that are dark, I believe right now, that you might be summoning into your energy to deal with it. Dionysus is, an energy. A lot of people turn to Dionysus when they want something legal to medicate that is undiagnosed and unprescribed and just, I'll do it myself. So like you're having great patience with this idea, this person. I don't think you want to do this yourself. This feels like a business energy. I don't know if this is a relationship because I don't feel a lot of tenderness or heart in this relationship. It's maybe ending this relationship for you. The Scorpio full moon could be transforming it. What are we learning here for Libra? I feel very productive in this though. Okay. Justice reverse, 4 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 8 of Swords reverse, Ace of Swords. Okay, so some of you don't know when to have the wedding or who to invite. Should we just elope? Some of you are getting married and this is what this is about. Is like, you don't want, and I said, it's like, it's not about love. It doesn't feel very loving. And a lot of times that's what happens in the wedding planning process. Is like, oh, we're trying to make everybody happy and we just want to start our new lives. We just want to be happy now. We just want the wedding to be here. So some of you are getting married and you just want a nice day, but you can't seem to make that happen. So this could be like a maid of honor who has no money. Maybe you have to bring them along because they're your bestie or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of things that you're not communicating about. Maybe you're not the one sending the invite. Maybe you're not the one. I'm not sure. But I'm really getting like, it would fit, this storyline would fit a wedding planning. What else would it fit? It could fit a business, like a relocation or an event that you're holding in the future. If you're like an event planner or part of event plan, it could be like, I don't know, urban architecture, urban planning. Could be that. Anything where there's like a plan here. And you're trying to follow the plan, and then you have somebody who's really, really hard to work with that you have to like, And you might medicate a little bit, but it also is like to squelch your temper so you stay patient because this is about to change. It's weird because something unfair is going to bring about a great result. That's the big prophecy there. Something unfair will bring about a great result. Queen of Wands. You might have somebody come through and save the day here. Getting a lot of feminine energy. A lot of cooks in the kitchen. It might be bringing you to somebody else. You might be bringing justice to somebody else. Hey, at work. Hey, I saw that was unfair to you. Do you want this? Do you want this opportunity? It's a new start. Whoever the new person is, the prophecy attached to it is like you'll meet their cat or they'll have a cat. Okay. That's for you, Libra. All right. Scorpio at 94.54. Actually, BRB. Thank you for watching. Oh my gosh, 6 people just hanging out. You're the best. 10 likes. That's pretty good for me. Thanks, guys. I need that. I need that. I know I'm not really beating the algorithm. I'm just, it's like it's at a stagnant point. So tell your friends if you can, share my page, or hopefully we can get more views and more activity. I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna take a little pause. I'm just gonna go silent for a second. Oh man, we're back. That was good. Little snack break. I get those 158. That wasn't too long. Couple 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes. It was 5. Okay. Scorpio, we're back for you. I got this free yesterday. It was because of my impatience. But, you know, they were really unclear. They said, we'll call your name. And then they made my shake. And this shake had just been sitting there for like ever. So I was like, and they're usually really fast. So I was just like, oh, that's my shake. Oh, it's my smoothie. And then they made my smoothie with protein powder, which this is the one with protein powder. But yesterday I drank some ones. Got the same thing, but without the protein powder in it. So her pickiness got me another smoothie. She was a mother. I wished her a happy Mother's Day, and I apologize. I made you wait longer for your smoothie. And they gave me the soy powder one because she didn't want that. So now I had 2 smoothies for the price of 1, which is honestly, this is the best smoothie I've ever had in my life. All right, Scorpio, is that how you're feeling under your full moon? Or are you like, welcome, finally? You feel how I feel all the time. It's intense. Scorpio, this is for you. Scorpio full moon for Scorpios. Say, Michael, please protect Scorpio. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Scorpio's behalf. Hiya. Death card. There you are. Coming out first. This is a cool death card, huh? Look at the skeletons like. Love it. Cinched waist, I'm hearing. Okay. Why am I getting that? Because you're a shapeshifter. That's what you are. So you may move your body and like your body's changing maybe in a way that you like. Maybe you're morphing into some kind of like irresistible, impenetrable force here. It's like I'm getting like I've never seen it, but I heard, you know, it's an impactful film, the Mothman prophecies, but I'm getting like whatever you are becoming is like the light version of that. And you look sexy. Come on. Let's go. Scorps. 9 of Wands. Ugh. Now this could be you like working out, you know, lifting weights, push-ups. It's holy work. Look at the work you're doing is holy. Look at that Florida water right there, right? And you might be actually doing that. This could be you shielding off the world by really focusing on something. Like you might be like defending. You might be a little defensive right now. You feel like, well, especially the web. Look at the web of lies there, the internet. Hi, we're on the internet. Hello. But like, oh, look at Selena. Hi, honey. Hi, Ralph. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching. Selena, these are those annoying 25-minute readings that you've been talking about. But yeah, Scorpio, some of you might be like running until there's pain, like a side ache, or maybe you're Maybe you got like a headache or you don't want to hear so much noise. Maybe you're tired. Yeah? You don't have to be exhausted. Maybe you like this fatigue though, like it's a good kind of tired too. Because it helps you sleep it helps you sleep like a dead person. I can make the morbid jokes with you, I think. Scorps. Right now, you're one of my favorites, but somebody here, love is reversed, you're not. Okay, so that's what you're navigating. This dropped soulmate. Or you're dropping the facade of it being a soulmate relationship. You know, like it's like, okay, maybe I don't believe in that. Maybe everyone's my soulmate, okay? You know? Maybe you're just getting real here. That's what it sounds like. What happens when what is the introduction to the real world when they say what happens when you stop something and start getting real? Maybe you're binge watching that at night or 9 p.m. after you're watching your reality televisions. Maybe you just like drama, like it might not even be your drama. Maybe this is just you being like, oh, the world's on fire, and just eating the popcorn, watching it burn. And I mean that in the way of like eat the rich kind of way, you know. You know what I mean. Elbow bump. Okay. Judgment reversed. Well, that you too though, isn't it though? No, not. Judgment is okay. Maybe you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm overdoing it a lot on this one topic. I'm gonna pull back because it's draining my energy. How do I say this? You're learning how to gray rock something. You're learning how to like neutralize something, and you're intensely focused on something else to ignore what you're trying to ignore. Maybe this is someone that you really care about and you're just not able to let it go, and you're like, I'm so obsessive and I'm trying not to be that way. Okay, Scorps, maybe the Scorpio full moon is like, hey, look, Scorpio, you're obsessing because you're an obsessive person. Why don't you just like love it and enjoy it and indulge in it? Maybe obsess till you puke. Till you puke it out and it's all like my thumbnail picture. I don't know what it is. Thanks. I don't remember what I did. It's my little logo, right? Tarot of Words. It's tiny. That's funny. Anyways, I got a rash. No, I'm just kidding. I show Scorps that you're like trying not to. Okay, it's like I've had some pretty terrible relationships in my past, and then after we broke up, I was still like into them, like attracted to them. I'm like, no, bad, don't. Don't think about them. Bad fixed sign, bad. Just really awful to myself. And then I just started to indulge in it. Like, I just started to be like, yeah, just have a little fantasy about it. It's fine. Just like go with it. And then I would get angry at myself or cry after that. I would have this little fantasy about this person. And then I would be like, but now that's off of me. Like, you can allow. Yeah. Because in some other dimension, this is not a tarot card of regular proportions, okay? This is her I think it's her 73rd card or something like that. How many cards are in the tarot deck? 78? 72? Yeah, 72. This is her 73rd card. You're having trouble with This guy. This guy. You're having trouble with it. I'm gonna point at it a little longer till you look at your phone. Know what I mean? Your inner eye. I just said it out loud, so in case anyone's just listening purely. Scorpio, you're having trouble with that because I get this. I know this feeling. I definitely understand this feeling. You're just like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to like it. This could be even social media. Okay. It just doesn't have to be that big of a deal, but it might be. Okay. But you're just like, I'm bad, Scorpio. Don't look. Don't think about it. Don't obsess. Stop it. And that's like what makes you want to do it. So like, it's preventing you from the door. So I'm going to draw more cards about like if I'm right, but I feel like maybe a little indulgence in what you're not supposed to do is going to break that finally from you, because you're at the 9 of Wands, which means you're done with it. It's over. It's not coming back. But then the 10 of Wands is like finally like just dropping everything. You know, it's like, finally, exhale. Gotcha? Hallelujah. How you do? 2 of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, this is a goddamn mess. I don't know how to manifest nothing right now. This life is messy. And this is a fucking mess. What a shit show. This is actually quite hilarious to me in a lot of ways. But like Scorpio, I'm showing that you're, how do I say it? Like, if it's the last thing we ever do, we gotta get out of this place. You might need a support group to just bitch into the void for a while. Or like, you know what I mean? Just like things that you think are not useful are actually probably pretty useful for you because it helps you release your emotions. And I show that right now you might be a little constipated. I'm just saying. But like, you're having a hard time. You're having a hard time with new dreams, and like maybe your dreams are haunting you. Maybe your dreams are foreboding, or like, yeah, give me a call, tarotdamore.com, okay? Anyways, what about it, Scorpio full moon? What are we learning? Like, what's good? This is not for very long that you're going to be this way, okay? This is a temporary situation. You're not going to be like this forever, Scorpio. It will change. Time will come. The time will come. You can't rush time. If I knew then what I know now. Okay, friends, you and Gemini, same solution. Cooperation makes it happen. Cooperation, working together. Dig it. I sing that sometimes. I sing a lot of Sesame Street songs, okay? Leave me alone. They're defunding it. And I refuse. I gave them $10. I was like, no. Sesame Street is my jam. You do not take Sesame Street from children, you assholes. Anyways. 7 of Cups. 4 Swords reverse. The Tower. There you are. Bringing about the end. There it is. When you break free, this little hellscape that you were avoiding, you're avoiding people, you're avoiding your life, you're avoiding your work maybe, or your friends, or your family. The things that you were avoiding and you were so focused on, maybe you're like, no, I gotta work out. Gotta work out. No, we're doing good. I feel great. Sleeping like a baby. Avoidance. The things that, you like that? The things that you were doing or overdoing, you're now like, okay, I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to come through. I have choices. I'm going to start dating. Look at that sunflower. Look at, she's looking right at it. At least I think she is. We don't know what she's looking at. With her little booty pocket thing. She's doing it in style, of course. See, in this card, I love this Seven of Cups because there's like not a bad choice on here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Two of Swords reverse, making that decision to stop thinking about it, stop considering, stop stroking your beard, and get to work here. Because when you come out into the scene, it's going to be like fucking kaboom. Kabuya. This could be in work too, like, might be making a comeback special, okay? I'm just saying. You might be, you know, splitting a ribbon here. Some kind of grand opening, some kind of big, you know, big to-do. A shindig, a hubbub, a hootenanny. Look at this one, landing safely. You set that up. That one lands on a mattress. I like this Tower card too. This is a funny deck, isn't it? Caitlin Des. She's funny. She's a good reader. She's in New Jersey. All right. They want me to do more? What? It's not even your birthday. No, absolutely not. I said no to you. Absolutely not. No way. That hurts. Ouch. What do you think this is? Smoothie? Free smoothie time? You're right. All right. Let's go. Saggy! Oh my gosh. Selena, are you still here? Time for your Saggies. Time for Saggy time. Scorpio full moon. It's been intense. I'm just gonna enlighten you on that one. They've been intense. I mean, Scorpios was fun, at least, because at least they understand the intensities already. Ooh, I heard a gnarling and a gnashing of teeth. Are we at Hell's Gate? What's going on? Saggy, what's going on? Is it, you seen the flames? Are you of the flames? Are you the vengeance master? What's going on? Saggy, this is, woo, somebody's on fire. Oh boy. Are you a Saggy? Is it, your name's Nakia? Are you a Saggy? Hooray. You've been waiting to get here. Saint Michael, please protect Sagittarius. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Sagittarius' behalf. Well, well, well. Clarity, guidance, respect. Instead of money, power, respect. I didn't even draw the cards. Draw the damn cards. All right, the Empress. There you go. Clarity, guidance, respect. I'm looking at this whole left side of my table. I have 2 selenites. I got a quartz. I got the dick rock. It's great, right? I found it in Thailand. The little shell, the beauty. I don't know what this one is, but it's a clarity. Okay, clarity, guidance, respect. Not money, power, respect. Clarity, guidance, respect. I want you to like remember that phrase while they're eating your pussy, okay? I'm just saying. Respect your shit, Saggy. Some of you are gonna be having a fan, like one of them beautiful big fans that like, you know what I mean? There's gonna be a showing up and a showing out here. You're in a possessive kind of mood. What is this? I don't know, because her hair is covering her eye, you know? That's Kate. She put herself in her own tarot deck, and I love it. She's intense here, and this Empress is like, step, I dare you. Some of you might be wearing your hair like all like swooped, or like around you, or like maybe you have a braid and it's wrapped around your shoulder or something like that. But I'm getting a lot of like physicality here. I'm getting a lot of showing up. I'm getting a lot of making an appearance. Maybe you're a dancer or a model. Model. Okay? If it helps you, for the 4 people watching. Respect the VIP, that's right. If it helps anybody watching, if you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth for pictures, it helps a lot. Even if you're just making no face, but a smile versus, you know? See how that would change your, anyways. Okay, so I'm just saying for the paparazzi. Paparazzi. Am I right? You're gonna have to do a little turnout too. Like, you're gonna have to be like ready. You're gonna have to be like, Okay? Yes, I'm a model. Shut up. I'm a dancer. Are you kidding? All right. Just saying. The Empress. That's you, Saggy. We're vibing right now. We're gonna stomp through this party together. I'll be there. I don't wing woman. I just show up. All right. You're taking notes. All right. Hierophant. This is... There's my fan. You see it? Fwah! Maybe you're watching Bridgerton. I'm not sure. But look at this Hierophant. I love how she looks like Russian. Like, if you're going to be in that kind of cold, you're deeply spiritual, first of all, because look at all those crosses. But if you're going to be in that kind of cold, you're going to be stylish. I'm saying. Like, whatever hellscape you're going to do, whatever hellscape you're living in, that Scorpio full moon is exposing, you've been doing it in style for a long time, Sag. Okay? Wear that dark lipstick. Maybe you're going a little goth. Not sure. Do you want me to keep, like, making yours random? That's not a random card for me. I don't do, like, over my hand. I do it within my hand. Those were border. But I'm going to take it because it's a 6 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles reversed. What did you spend my money on? Sports car? Theater seats? Are you going to an expensive concert? Did you get front row? The Star reversed. Can't even see him. Oh, okay, because last time you were like, fuck that shit. I'm never sitting. I'm VIP only from now on. Fuck that shit. I'm not. Everybody want to sit by you. Everybody's like, me, I'll go with you. You're like, who wants to go see Prince? And they're like, me. Well, we not sitting in the back row, that's for sure. No nosebleeds for us. This could be anything, too. Like, you might be front and center on the stage, or you might have people watching you, no longer watching the show, but being the show. They said they want you to, or some of you, maybe if you killed a money tree plant, then you need a new one. Or you need one if you don't have one. I need one. I don't have any Saggy in my chart. Oh, wait. No, I do. Neptune, I think, is in Sag for me. Anywho, that's a good note. I'm taking notes too. Look at that. All right. Star reversed. Maybe you're discovering somebody or you're being discovered. Well, yeah, I never saw you sitting there, Sag. Unnoticed. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Cups reversed. This is like you being like a nobody in your past life. This is you coming from, you know, hard knocks. This is you coming from a place where they just don't appreciate you. And your family especially might be those people. But yeah, this is like humble beginnings. And knowing that you don't invest, the reason that you're like this is because you don't invest. And maybe the Scorpio full moon is a reminder of why you're like the way you are. Because maybe you're feeling like pressured or guilted by society to be this way. Or like that you are this way, that you're successful in the face of all this damage that's being done. No. You just don't invest in shit that makes you feel bad about yourself, or in people that don't have your back, or in a bad investment, a bad idea, even like, no, that's a terrible idea. I'm not putting my money on that. Or you don't gamble. Like you don't take risks. And you're not in it for the notoriety. You're not in it for the fame. What are you in it for? What's the lesson? So you're in it to protect people. You're a guardian. You're a warrior. Oh, the strength card flew up and then it flew back in. Yeah, they want you to go slow here. You're a wounded warrior. Look at that. The 9 of Wands just came out too. Came out for Scorpio, but in different sense. They were kind of like, I'm tired. I'm gonna do something for myself over here and become obsessed with that instead. And you're like, no. I'm actually like weary. Like, I'm real tired. I'm gonna take a nap. This is a lot of napping. It's also protection. So if you have kids or oh, you've lived. Oh, this is funny too. Look at those wings crying like black tar. Okay, you've had nights where you're a mess and your mascara is running. Okay, but like, yeah, I show you doing this because you're a protector and you need to go slow. You know, this is too much. I'm not taking the answers, am I? Some of you have an abusive brother or father figure. You didn't wait. You don't dwell in your emotions about what people tell you can't do. That's what that is. Okay? And Scorpio full moon here. I know you already know this, Sag, but it's here to remind you of that. Just telling you who you are. Okay. I think that most of these actually, like, I'm just now coming to that conclusion that most of these readings, the Scorpio full moon is just meant to tell you who you are. It's like just showing your bare butt to the world. I did not write down the Saggy timestamp. Son of a bitch. Capricorn, Lisa, are you here, my friend? Lisa, 128.28. Capricorn. Scorpio full moon for Capricorn. A lot of Capricorns don't really watch me because I deal the earth signs, their shadow a lot. They don't like that. But then when I deal them their good stuff, they're like, oh yeah, that's me. Not Lisa, but she's on a different level. She's a mature one. Anywho, thank you, Nakia. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. All right. Capricorn. Why did they tell me to look? Ooh, because there's somebody that you really want to make a comeback with. You do, Capricorn. Saint Michael, please protect Capricorn. Virgin Mother, please understand Capricorn's behalf. There's somebody you want to reconcile with. There's somebody that you want to go the full distance on. 6 of Cups reversed. 4 of Wands. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This is like getting dragged to a baby shower or a gender reveal or whatever the fuck people are celebrating for very little reason. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, a baby shower is a celebration, but a gender reveal is just kind of like, come on. You didn't bring a gift to the party. You didn't bring a gift to the party. You didn't want to anyways. Or maybe you went to a wedding where you're like, yeah, they're going to get divorced, but I'll go to the wedding and eat the free dinner and dance and have a good time. This is also a Capricorn. I almost said Scorpio. A Capricorn who went back to an ex. Could be a Scorpio. Just sort of like, I don't want to be alone. Stinky in here now. 7 of Wands, huh? Were you blocked? 10 of Wands reverse. Were they blocked from coming back towards you? I'm not offering, they said. Okay. So I said to the guy, he says, I'm not offering. What's this little thing? R? Yeah. Oh, R for the right shoulder. Okay. They said R, your right side is your masculine side. So some of you might be having like a issue, and they didn't say it has to be the shoulder, but it's they want you to know that maybe you're injured on your right side. It could be your right hip, your right ankle, your right leg. There could be multiple Capricorns watching. Could be your right shoulder. But that you're healing from that. Right heel, they said. Your heels or your ankles. I heard somebody plays like a wind instrument that you know. Or okay, these cards are really funny. Capricorn, like somebody's doing something annoying to you and you're like, can you please stop that? There's like someone whistling and you're like, you know, it's funny. Momentary shutdown for a momentary bliss. 2 of Wands reverse. What are you not waiting for? You're not waiting to heal, that's for sure. Capricorn, you are headed towards like a super finish line here. You are protected. You are being guided. Someone's cross-watching about you. Maybe that beginning energy, because I'm now feeling like a different person. But that beginning energy might have been like your old self. The one who went back to the ex and did things that were like kind of unreliable, or just went because they're supposed to show up to the big event or whatever, and they didn't really want to be there. They didn't bring a bottle of wine. It's like they didn't really show up. They just were like dragged along and they got to have all the good stuff, but didn't have to do anything for it. This might be your ex. This could be a person that you are with, but it's definitely a person that you're protecting yourself from. And you're definitely done with it. Like, Ten of Wands reverse can be a funny energy too. Like, any of the tens reverse, I'm like, why are you trying to bring that back? Why are you trying to revive it? You already moved on from it. Like, you dropped that burden. Why are you trying to like wish for that or miss? Why do you miss having that burden? Why do you miss it? That's a good question. We all do it. Like, oh, we all do it. 10 of Swords reverse, 10 of Wands reverse. We all do that. We're like, oh, I should drop it. I don't want to drop it. I want to pick it back up. Maybe this is you cleaning up after somebody all the time, or tell me sweet little lies. Baby, tell me lies. This is you really learning how to like know when to stop giving. Like, when you're a child, you will help. You will clean their room for them. You will feed them. But there comes a time where they have to do that themselves so that they can be a person in the world. So like, a lot of them were never like nurtured through that, you know. Some of you, I have to call it out a little bit. Some of you have a big should energy. It's like you act like you're not better than people, but like you have a should energy going on that people don't know how to deal with. So let me just see what some of this is about. you're very honest, that's for sure. Yeah, you avoid catastrophes. The reason that you don't get into trouble or have any issues, like monetarily or otherwise with your body, like you're in good health and you have good, you know, it's because you stay out of trouble. You see it before it's coming. You know how to relax. Yeah. All right, here's a soulmate. Well, here it is, bearing the truth to you. The face of somebody. King of Swords reversed, huh? Queen of Wands. All right. A cheater, a liar, a narcissist, someone who looks in the mirror a lot. No choice in the matter. You just kind of let it go because you still, this is hard. This is hard. This could be current. You could be in a dynamic like this. You love this person a lot. Like you have the energy for them. And you might be married to them. You don't see a choice in the matter to let them go. A lot of people get married for the wrong reasons, you know. And this was not you, maybe. Maybe that was them. Got married for the wrong reasons. And you have to stay. You can't leave. I'll tell you what, something financial is coming your way, huge. What is this page? Oh. What is it, a fire and a typewriter? Okay, page of Wands, reversed. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, some of you are betrothed or like gonna get married and have a long term, or want to marry someone else if you are married or in a relationship. Some of you are like, you did it in the name of working on yourself. You were more interested in your money, your long-term stability. Maybe you're really having a good time being single. And then you dropped this romantic situation to work on yourself. Some of you are in a commitment or a marriage and you want someone else. That's your happy place. Choices. Okay. That's what the Scorpio full moon is showing you, Cap. Or maybe that's about your dynamic. But if you're not in a love dynamic, well, and it could be about work. Like maybe you need a different career. Maybe you've been like looking at retirement or considering a different lifestyle. All right. Fair. Let's go to Aquarius. 138.57. What's going on in the comments? We behaving? Oh, we're still on Nakia's. Thank you, but I'll take it. Okay. I was in a much better mood after this thing. Okay. Aquarius. It's funny how much more participation and views I get when I'm feeling really nasty or dark. I'm like, what? I'm usually this like sweet little love bug encouragement, you know? And then I get like, you know, controversial and everybody shows up for it. And they're like, ooh, here comes the shadow. Here comes the shit show. Let's go. All right. Aquarius. This might be an interesting, what is Scorpio to you, Aquarius? Is it Queen how do you say it? Queen cucks, something like that. The 150 degrees, right? No, it's 90 degrees. Yeah, you're square. Okay, so Aquarius, you're square to the, ooh, okay. Whoa, I just got a little dizzy. Okay, I'm gonna have a little tea on that one.
Yes, I have like 3 drinks at all times, okay? Water, tea, and something else. Hi. It's getting me more views. What do you think? What do you think I'm doing it for? Shoulder boulder. This is the old shoulder boulders. This up here. This right here, the big muscle. Never mind. All right. Aquarius. St. Michael, please protect Aquarius. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Aquarius' behalf. King of Cups reversed. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. The Fool reversed. Oh, God. 3 of Cups reversed. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reversed. 2 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. The first storyline that I feel coming out is that, like, you might have a teenager who had a party at your house while you were gone, and they didn't clean it up, and then you came and discovered the big mess. That's like the first storyline that I get from these cards. Okay. Otherwise, if you're more on a different wavelength, let's talk about it. You had a person who was non-committal in the past that needed a lot of goading to commit to anything. Like they would not. It was like pulling teeth. They would not fucking do it. And you were just like not seeing that about them. So like the lesson was, when someone tells you who they are, Aquarius, believe them, right? And sometimes they don't tell us, and so you have to watch their actions, right? One of the last people I dated, I'm not emotionally available, he said. I didn't listen to him. I dated him for 11 months. It was awful. I should have listened to him. He told me that. Why would I be like, no, interested, more interested? No. Don't fix it. You weren't seeing that. You can't fix this person. This person might have an addiction, you know? You can't fix them. They have to do this themselves. You really need to let this person go. You really do. This person needs to go to therapy or rehab, okay? This person is not yours. That's not your work. You can show them a map, but you just can't make them drink. So in sales, I used to tell the salespeople, like, because we worked for like the best company, right? And I would be like, listen, because I was a consultant, I would say, listen, you can show them the top of the mountain, a clear, crystal, unfiltered, highly mineraled, perfect water source. Or you can show them dirty river water with a unicorn dressed up in a bunch of glitter and all those microplastics floating around, and it's brown water, and they'll choose the dirty unicorn water every time. They will, because they don't understand what's good for them, what's right to do. This person does not understand what's good for them. They make you happy. And like, usually what makes you happy isn't what's right. You can be right or you can be happy, right? It's not always like that, but listen, what's going on in the collective a lot, Aquarius, that I want you to remember is that when you choose what's right, it doesn't mean that other people are. It just means that you have to just keep choosing what's right. Because that's when everybody starts choosing what's right, and right and wrong is like relatively, negotiable. But when everybody starts choosing what's right, they'll have a lot more empathy and character within their choices, right? Choose it. I'm kidding. But love is a choice, and that's what's right. This person don't know right from their elbow, okay? They are lost. This person is lost. You can't find them. You should let them be lost. And I would say pray that they don't die, okay? Just know in your heart of hearts the serenity of, I did what I could. You definitely did what you could here. And if this is you, woo, are you in a loop? My goodness. I got my tourmaline out. Yeah, don't like it. Nope. Nope, this is a mess. I'm getting like a drug house. I'm getting like, yeah, I'm getting bad shit here. I'm getting no good. Okay? Music's too loud. Some of you might have a hearing problem. Oh, you weren't invited to the party even though you're the star. It's like, might have even been a party in your honor and you didn't even get to go to it. It's just, it's not fair. None of this is fair. It's like you threw your own birthday party. That's not fun. You know what I mean? No. It's a lost cause. What else are we learning here? I don't want it to be totally like, yuck. Let's go. What else are we learning? Ace of Pentacles. There you go. The thing that you've been ignoring is your financial plan. Once you get rid of this person, you're going to be like Aquarius. This is the great news. Like, because Scorpio changes things and then rebirths so the phoenix is ready. Once you got, and I might have just talked for like 10 minutes about nothing because you're like, I already know. If you're on that level, then once you got rid of all of this stuff, you're going to, when you notice yourself starting to get noticed, people might even like dump their person for you, or like, you know, like you're getting like major noticed, okay? You're going to start making a lot of money. These are issues that you've been putting off, but you're going to get on your money again. And I know Aquarians can be very money powerhouses. So, because like when you get outcasted that way, in a very similar way too, I saw the Leo reading of like, let that go. And when you let it go, your ferociousness is going to come out again. Because you guys have been, to the Leos, I was like, you guys have been brutalized so hard that you're not finding your fire. But this is for that, finding that Leo passion, that fire. You're going to start doing your Leo shit again, like maybe telling people off in a different way or walking away a lot faster or whatever the fuck you're doing, right? But Aquarius, I show you not able to see that, but then once you realize your own power, you're very inclusive in it because that's your air sign role, is the inclusivity and the community. You're very concerned about what others think. And so within that, you're going to find power, money, a promotion, something that you're very overthinking it. It's not that hard. Okay? No matter what you give and give and give, this could be work. They never paid you enough. No matter what you give, it's never enough. They say, oh, don't say that. Oh, don't come to you're not invited to the happy hour. You know what I mean? Like the place is not, you even like take out the garbage, you know, it's just like, it's a dilapidated old place, you know? Don't overwork for yourself for that. And then when you stop doing that, they see you for who you are because they're missing, you brought a lot of soul to the party. So they're missing you and your support. And so that might actually be like, okay, now you can pay me to be here. Great. I like that. The end for your Aquarius. Let's go to Pisces at 149.26. I can read my own writing. I can do it. Mom. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for the comments. Everything helps. TarotDamore.com. If you want a private reading, you can tip me at Creativo d'Amore. It's in my link in bio. Pretty soon, we'll be up to 500 subscribers. We will be adding that little thanks button. It'll be so cute. That's what I'm saying. $2 a day, okay? That's what I plan. $2 per watcher per day. How's that? All right. I'm just saying. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is my lifestyle. This is mostly what I do most of the time. I enter situations, I process them, and then I read cards about what's going on in the universe. Universe is already moving, you know? Anyways, Pisces, maybe that's you. Maybe we're just having a fireside chat. Okay. St. Michael, please protect Pisces. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Pisces' behalf. We need an FDR right now, huh? I heard, why did I, like, they wanted me to say the name J.D. Vance. The fuck? Okay. I get it. Okay, everybody. Calm down. Okay. Death reversed. Hey, back to the reading. Death reversed. Oh, having guides is fun. My guides, I've been seen by other professional mediums, and my guides bicker a lot. So, like, anyways, readers know what I'm talking about. Okay, so death reversed. Okay, how do I sort this out? I'm gonna start with the song by Pink, and I'm holding this bloodstone all of a sudden too. I just picked it up. I didn't even think about it. What about us? What about all the times that ended in disaster? She wrote that to Trump, personally. Like, she wrote that song towards him. And it was for the LGBTQ community. And I feel like you're part of something that you see it, and they said J.D. Vance. And then I got that storyline that I will forever, like, remember, of being the spearhead at my old job in the diversity and inclusion area. And we read amazing books. We talked about we talked about sex trafficking. We talked about the problem with the rent in Milwaukee. There's a whole book about Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I'm from. We read that whole thing. It's like someone's like incredible thesis. I forget what it's called. I can link it though. But it's such a good book, and it's so informative about the way things are in the world. And anyways, then they were like, well, everybody deserves a voice. And they chose, for the next book club, they chose Hillbilly Elegies, which I read, and unfortunately I read that in high school, college maybe. And I hated it then. And the reason I read it is because it was in a African American, or not, what was it called at the time? African Studies class, Africology. I took Africology classes. And we studied Hillbilly Elegies as like, look at this crybaby. Look at this person who thinks they deserve an opinion because they're white and they grew up poor. So yeah, poverty affects everybody. And I guess he was poor growing up or something like that. I don't really care about the storyline anymore. Here's the thing. That's how you're feeling. So there's this, like, it doesn't, to you it looks the same. Like, you're seeing Pink and you're seeing her sing this wonderful, cool song to Trump. And then you're seeing Vance, and he wrote this shitty book about, like, complaining about how white people are poor too. Okay, the overwhelming statistics are not in your favor. That's how you're looking at it. It's just like, you're all just a bunch of crybabies. Pink, you're rich, so why don't you just give all your money away and solve the problem? You know what I mean? It's like you're kind of, and I'm not talking right now. Like, this is how I'm channeling. These are not my opinions. I'm just trying to get, like, how this viewpoint looks to you. It's like you're very spiritually wise, but in a way that's kind of maybe like, nobody listens to me, nobody gets it. It's an end game. Yep, we're not learning it. And this might be your message to everybody that you're not speaking about and you're not changing. And we need you, Pisces. Like, yeah, here you go. That's what this is doing. It's waking you the fuck back up and having you rejoin us, Pisces. Yes. Whew, what a relief. We need you, Pisces. You're our spiritual leader. You know, you're like the kid on the basketball team who inspires everybody to play better but sucks at basketball. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that like that. I'm sure there's a lot of Pisces people who are really good at sports. I'm just saying, like, that's how it's feeling. Is like this, we need to be told your perspective because you have the both ways in your guidance. For a second, these trumpets look like machine guns to me, but they're trumpets. So they're behind the ancestors there. So this is a calling that you're feeling. You're feeling called by your ancestors to finally come out of whatever you needed to do to be able to summarize this. You know, in order to have these wide perspectives like you have to sit through a lot of people and time, and yeah, it's going to take a while. A lot of you are probably born wise, like you already know a lot of this stuff, but you're feeling like we're not learning anything. It's all the same. All you people are thinking there's a fight here. You're all the same. You're all the same. And you're going to be coming out with some kind of, yeah, put your guns down. Put your shit down. Put it down. You're a big peacemaker here. You might be doing something very, like, peaceful, Pisces. You might be healing the masses with your opinion. And your opinion is something like I saw maybe in, I just went to see the amazing Bjork movie where she does like a live concert, but it's just, and in the theater, it was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I'm reclining watching this. Like, I have some real hard times paying attention to stuff now, and I was absolutely mesmerized. I was like, well, this is why I could do stuff in the 90s so easily, pay attention to just TV, because it was good. You know, it was like, it was invigorating. There were things to learn about. Where right now, I don't get into shock value or fucking drama for no reason. It doesn't add value to my life. I watch the Great British Baking Show. You know what I don't really pay attention to that either. I fold my socks. It's like this and TV is meant to do that. You're meant to be able to do several things at once while keeping the storylines from a television show going, you know, so it makes sense to you still. This was highly engaging and I was really into it. And she said in there, and it made me a little bit angry at first, but then I was like, oh, I think I understand her message. Is like, why do we need justice for every little thing? And I think she's like kind of taking a chapter out of the America book and saying, you over there have all these needs and rights at the expense of the world, right? You little kids in sweatshops, sex trafficking, like I mentioned, war, genocide, chaos, all done in your name, so that you can have these little rights that no one else has in the whole world. And then you want to ignore the real injustice, which is killing mothers and children for land. It's like, what? They're choking me out right now. I can feel the demons trying to stop me. So anyways, I feel that you, Pisces, might get some kind of big relief or big essay or big post or something where you say the end all be all. God damn, this is like an intense reading. This is Scorpio reading, right? We're Scorpio full moon. You're going to say the end all be all, like Bjork kind of said. It was like, why do we need to make all the injustices a thing? I think that you're going to say a wise thing to everybody to kind of get them to settle down for a second. I like this. It's the truth. The Empress. Look at, the truth is going to bring you money. I'd publish this shit as soon as possible. Whatever you publicize or bring it to light as soon as possible. Don't be afraid. And this is your fucking Leo friend giving you a full moon in Scorpio reading, telling you, take your liberty here, please. You're going to anger a lot of people. You might piss your dad off, or you might lose your brother or your friend or whatever. It's going to piss off the men, okay? What you have to say is going to piss them off. The toxic men. Even you just saying like, yo, it wasn't an apple, it was a pomegranate. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, okay? That's like you calling it out as truth. You're gonna sit in this truth. And your truth, Pisces, is correct. I like don't say that. I don't say that there's should and should not. I don't say that there's black and white. I don't say that there's yes and no too often. But I do say in this case, you're going to be correct. Like it's going to be like very, very little chance of you being wrong. Love it. Knight of Swords. Yeah, you have a lot to say. You sure do. It's like you're going to have a drop the mic moment. And then you're going to find yourself in the tub. You're going to tell, but it's not going to just be one person. It's going to be fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out. Like it's going to be good. It's epic. 5 of Wands reversed. There you are. Queen of Wands. Look at that. You stepping into some fucking confidence for once. That's what I'm here for, to support. I know this message. I do this for you often. I hope you're hearing it. And I hope that you are about it. Because it's like, even if this is me in your reading, let's say, I'm a Queen of Wands, right? You're like, this person is absolutely like, I want my friend. You have friends that you admire, okay? I want my friend to sleep well. I want my friend to be okay. And so you say things to your friends to be okay. You want your friends to do well. You're a very positive person, whoever I'm reading for. I'm just saying. And you don't care if it's going to win you friends or not. You know who your friends are. I love it. That was for you, Pisces. That was cool. I'm down. Your readings have been fucking fire. And they have not been fire in the past since I've started reading on platforms. Which is like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Okay, Aries, 163.39. Yeah. Yeah. Aries, I'm a little scared. I'll tell you why. Your readings have not been going very well. And I might be having some... I might need to expose myself to more Ariesies. But the readings are really brutal. And I'm not trying to do that to you. I'm trying to do it for you. But it's still like, oh my. You know, like, I don't want to give this reading. I'm a messenger, but at the same time, like, what kind of message is that? I don't know if I even knew that that existed. So this is for you. I hope your Scorpio full moon is good. I'm rooting for you. I'm never against you. I've just had some really, really harsh messages to deliver, and I'm sorry if that's making me lose my audience even, dude, but I don't blame you. Okay, Aries. Here we go. Is Siva here? Siva, did you show up today? He's sleeping. He's sleeping. All right. It's like tomorrow in India anyways, right? So probably about 3 or 4 in the morning there, maybe. Actually, what time zone is that? It's about 10 hours, maybe 11 or 12 hours ahead. 11 maybe. Anyways, okay. It's so funny when you go to a place and you leave on the 13th and then you arrive at a place and it's the 14th or even the 15th and you're like, whoa, I missed a day. And then you come back home and you're like, oh, I gained a day. fucking weird. Anyways, St. Michael, please protect Aries. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Aries' behalf. We doing some time travel? What's going on? I was lucky enough, Aries, this might be a really cool story, but I was lucky enough to talk to, when I lived in DC, I knew the guy who was like, he was an astrophysicist, and he was the person who kept the time of Greenwich Mean Time. And I said, hey, when did it change? And he goes, oh, and he described the whole thing. I was like, this is boring. And then I asked him, I was like, hey, why isn't travel time travel? And he's like, you don't gain or lose time. And I was like, yes, but if I travel to India and then it's tomorrow and I never see that day again, then didn't I lose time? And like we had this whole conversation. He explained it to me. I didn't understand it, but he was definitely a good source about it. Anyways, you might be having some kind of interesting conversation or astrophysics or metaphysics, okay? Three of Pentacles, you're working on something here, and maybe you should be studying something or doing something. Maybe you should be reading, but you're not doing it. Did I say Page of Pentacles? I meant Page of Swords. Page of Swords reversed. You might need to be, okay, so you might be also like, this might be you looking for a job instead of like looking online and putting your resume out there to nobody. You're trying to network it into people. You've been really trying to save a lot of money. You've been trying to like have somewhere to go, some people to see, okay? And you knew, yeah. Oh boy. You knew that it wasn't over between you and another masculine energy. You also are acting masculine right now. And I feel like you're not trying to pull one over on anybody. I feel like you're trying to get stuff done. I feel like you're not like trying to fight. You're not trying to argue about stuff. And that you just don't have the energy until they start, maybe they're overreacting and you don't have the energy to placate somebody who's very emotional. But they're not in a bad kind of way emotional. You're just kind of blocking them out. You're busy looking at the past. You're trying to keep what you have. You're just trying to keep what you have. You're not trying to lose anything else. This never finished. So maybe you're going back and redoing something that you never finished with a person. Like you guys should have it out. You should talk, okay? You know you don't want to maybe, but you should. It's up to you. Free will, I can't predict that. Okay, Two of Swords reverses a decision. Okay. It's back and forth. It's letting bygones be bygones. Okay. It's letting go. It's a decision. It's a decision to heal. You're going to try to help with the mess. You're like, okay, I'm part of the mess. I'm going to clean it up. And you're going to try to like heal. This is very much better than I've been getting for you. Three of Pentacles. Three of Swords reversed. Good. That's a wonderful energy. That's very platonic. That's very balanced. That's very productive. You're just trying to be productive here. You're not worried about the past. You're not worried about who said what or this and that, okay? You're being mature and you're like, well, I don't care who spilled it, clean it. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody, you get the broom, you get the shovel, you get the whatever. I don't know who's shoveling up spilled milk here, but anyways, you're in a decisive mode, and this is Aries in their best. And I think that those energies that were not putting you in your best were meant to stoke that. Even though you don't want to do this work. You do not want to, but you're going to do it. And you don't have to. That's the thing. It's like you might be choosing to do it even though you don't want to do it. Which is part of your Scorpio full moon. This is all, it's not that hard. Like you're going to actually get really energized and revived from it. Because you're going to be like, oh, all this time I was putting it off. All this time I thought, you know, I was doing the right thing because I was saving money. Okay, great. You were saving money. I mean, isn't that a basic? Doesn't everybody want that for everybody? Like, it's not like a thing. Like, people aren't going to applaud you for it. You go inside for that one. And then this person might have already been on that journey and, like, now you might be able to make it better, or yeah. Somebody was having a really hard time. You might have been fired maybe, or reprimanded at work. Maybe you're talking to your boss, okay? Maybe you got kicked out. You know what I mean? Like you got kicked out of your house, you got kicked out of the club, whatever it was. But they have a kind of a weak spot for you, or you have a weak spot for them. They were never the bad guy. I think that you were villainizing them, or they were villainizing you, vice versa, okay? So there's no bad people here. Just let it go, heal it up, talk about it. It might even give you some energy, some courage. Yeah, this person is your buddy. This person is your friend. They've always been good to you. So it's not a reason to ignore it. Yeah. Hangman reverse. Time to come out of the closet. Maybe this is somebody who, this is a same-sex relationship for some people. Maybe this is somebody who was in the closet and then there was another person who wasn't, who was very much open about their sexuality, and then now you're feeling like maybe in the beginning, maybe the person who was open told the person who's not, who was maybe straight, that they liked them or something, and they were like, no, I don't like guys, and then that made you really like, don't talk to me forever. And it's like, now you're seeing it more as, no, this is a valuable person, this is a good friend, they've always done the right thing, I like them as a person. So like you're valuing them and you're not feeling so attacked maybe, or yeah. Okay, way better. I'm definitely going to post this one for the Aries. I've been holding back on advertising the Aries readings lately because they've been really hard. So anyways, sometimes we have to throw a little temper tantrum. It's okay. I think that, energetically. You could cry it out too. I don't know if you're going to kick and scream at somebody anymore, but yeah, that's what I show. Anyways, happy full moon in Scorpio, everybody. Thank you for the watchers that remained. This is a long ass reading. I appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. Thanks for stopping in. So good. It was so good. I definitely got a lot of energy there after I had a little snack. So might be doing that more often. But anyways, that's what I have for you today. I hope everyone's doing really well. If you like what I do, tarotdamore.com, you can book a reading. You can also tip me on Creativo d'Amore. It's up in my down in my description box. My IG is also there. I have more readings on IG. So what else? That's it. If you're in the Milwaukee area, I'll be reading at Rose Fest, May 25th. It's gonna be great. All right, see you around. Ciao, babies. Thanks again.